Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin for those that are new here. Before I go on, two things. One, my neighbor is doing up their garden, so you might hear a little bit of like what would I call it, like loud tools, and all of that. And secondly, my voice is a bit nasal. I've been through it for like 3 weeks now. But anyway, the Lord is my strength. In today's video, we're going to be talking about social media etiquette and what I think you should know. There's so many points to this video, and I'm sure as you're watching this video, feel free to also leave yours in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, the first thing that I would say about social media etiquette is that social media is fun. I love social media. I was telling my friend that I pray Instagram never gets more toxic so that I'll need to leave like Twitter. But it's so beautiful. I learn a lot from social media. I connect with amazing people. I love the comedy side of Instagram. It's so therapeutic. It makes me laugh. I love to share memes on my page. If you follow me on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, please check that here. This point that I share in this video, I'm sure it cuts across, other social media platforms as well. But I'm an avid user of Instagram, so I'll be speaking from Instagram's perspective. So the first thing I would like to share for social media etiquette is that even if you've been following somebody for 8 years, 5 years, 10 years even, since let's even say 2012, you don't know them. And I think there's an assumption that when we follow people, especially when we follow them diligently, I have people that I've been following since I joined Instagram. Not even my real life friends that I know in person. I mean people that I just follow online, maybe celebrities, maybe people of influence, maybe just people that I feel like, they're worth following, they share DIYs, cooking videos, or any topics that interest me. There's a temptation that makes you feel like you know this person. And the truth is you don't know them. Everybody shares what they want you to know, except from people that are maybe a bit careless and they share things that they don't want people to know. But I feel like most people share what they want people to know. So you don't know anybody on social media. So I'll say the first etiquette is the assumption that you know somebody, their spouse, their children, everything about them simply because you follow them on Instagram. That is not true. There's so many layers to someone. You don't know how they behave when they are home. You don't know how they behave when they're having, when they're not feeling so well. I think I've been on YouTube for at least, I would say over 10 years. I've been on YouTube, also Instagram. But I can say in the last 10 years, I don't think I've ever shared that I'm sick or I'm not feeling too well. Doesn't mean that sometimes, I'm not feeling under the weather, just like I shared. Doesn't mean that sometimes I'm not, feeling like, oh my God, Jesus, heal me. It doesn't mean that way. It just means that I don't share those areas of my life. So for you to assume, that you know somebody thoroughly through social media, it's just a flawed way of thinking. So let's say the first etiquette, as I said, I'm just reiterating, is that do not assume that you know everybody. And this will obviously, manage your interactions with them. So when they share things on social media, don't just go and be, inferring on it. Always put a caveat. Well, based on what she shared, I wasn't there. Based on what she said, based on what I read from her post, from what I see from her pictures, I wasn't there. You always have to put that caveat because you were not there. And even when you are there with people, you're not in their hearts, so you don't know, them enough. And that I think leads me, to my second social media etiquette is if they don't say, don't tell. If they don't say, don't tell. And I need to put this at the forefront because a lot of people are very assumptuous on social media. Someone posts a picture of a holiday, you say, oh, have fun on your trip. What if the person went there 2 weeks ago? As long as they did not tell you that real time, as I'm speaking to you, I'm currently in Mauritius, so I'm in Portugal, don't tell me. If someone looks like maybe they look very glowy, they've added a little bit of weight, we all know this, but yet you still have, even me, I've been would I say a recipient, because I'm never a victim, I've been a recipient of such, posts. I would say I think maybe a year or two ago, someone actually went on my picture and said something about how, oh, congrats sis, you're glowing. I was like, what's going on about? Another one too went on about, oh, maybe, oh, you're pregnant. And I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. Number two, I'm not even trying to be pregnant. So you telling me that I look pregnant is actually making me feel, a little bit concerned that maybe I look fat, or something. Because I am not trying to be pregnant. I wasn't trying to be pregnant. So I would say that one obviously is there as well. Another thing I'll say, concerning even fertility on social media, this topic seems overflow, but I'll put it on YouTube in case you have not heard it before, and maybe YouTube is the only platform you use. It's also, you can't be assumptuous. I have a friend in my church, Yeah, she's one of my very, very, very good friends. I'd seen her like maybe a couple of Sundays, not in this year, now this was last year, and her stomach was very bloated. This person recently got married, so obviously you can be led to assume that. I mean, visibly bloated looks like a 4-month pregnancy, and you can assume that this person was expecting. But because I've been on social media for so long, I just know better. Just based on just my little experience in life, and obviously I never said congratulations. I never said anything to her, only for her to tell me this year that she had a surgery because she had fibroids, and those things were causing her stomach to look really heavily pregnant. And unfortunately, some people in the church had gone to her and say, oh, we're expecting, congratulations. You don't even know what people, are going through. Or people can truly be pregnant and then they lose the babies. So I would say, just generally on that topic, do not share congratulatory messages. Don't infer what they did not tell you. I had someone on when I was, I think I'd had my baby. I'm not even sure. It's a couple of years ago. And she had sent me a DM. I think I was drinking Zobo. And she had sent me a DM talking about, that she heard that Zobo is not good for fertility. What's my business? Or if you are pregnant, why are you telling me? Did I tell you that I was pregnant? You know, obviously I just ghosted her. I just like, this one, you're not serious. But sometimes people mean well. People mean well, and I don't think everybody that follows you on social media is a troll. Some people just don't know better. There's even someone that I like on social media. She's been following me for a couple of years. Very sweet lady. I love her, from social media because I don't know her in person. And she had sent me a message something about maybe when your twins, getting ready for twins or something like that. I'm like, you better put a ring on your lip. But obviously I just chuckled. I'm like, I know she means well, but not everybody can take it like that. So I would say another thing on social media, if they don't tell you, if they don't say explicitly, please don't tell, please don't be forward. You cannot even when the person is visibly heavily pregnant, you can see their nose like this, their ears, stomach like, if they don't tell, if they don't say, don't tell, don't write, don't type, don't do anything. I think that's the best way to deal with it, because it's just a sensitive topic. I'll say that's another thing. The third thing I would say about social media etiquette is giving constructive feedback to someone, quote and unquote, or critique when you have never appreciated them before. This is such a very dicey one, because you can be like, no, I don't need to appreciate you to critique you. But imagine somebody has been following you for many years. They're a follower, because you've seen, maybe they've liked your post 1 or 2 times, but they never maybe commented, they don't engage. If you feel polls, they don't do polls. And you feel like, and I'm going to use myself as an example, right? Because I'm also a content creator. Sorry, I'm seeing myself in the reflection. And maybe I post a lot of things, and I think I post useful content, if I do say so myself. And they've never said, oh, that was really insightful, well done, I enjoyed it. Well, let me say the day maybe I post something that they don't agree with, they're the fastest finger. They're the first DM I receive. Oh, I don't think it. And I'm like, girl, scroll along. Something I've learned is one of my 20, I think it's this year's lesson, is that once there's no relationship, correction is hard to take. Even when there's relationship, if you take love out of correction, if you take relationship out of correction, the impact of it is minimized. And this is my opinion, and you don't need to agree as well. So you don't want to be that person that your eyes are blind to seeing the good in others. When someone wears a beautiful dress, their makeup is so gorgeous, you won't leave a comment, you won't say, oh my god, you slayed that outfit, you won't say, oh, this is such an insightful post, you won't say, oh, I'm going to practice this first. But the day they type something that maybe you don't similarly agree with, it's not in your school of thoughts, they wear an outfit that you don't approve of because you're a morality police, maybe they wear shorts and you don't think that, this person that professes their certain faith, why are they dressed in this particular way? You're the first person to leave a comment under their post and says, Mommy Gio. You're the first person to say, oh, you made a typo. I feel like that is an attribute of Satan, because Satan is the accuser of the brethren. I think that's an attribute of Satan. So I don't think, you should be quick to leave critique to people especially people that you do not know, but you follow them on social media, but for some reason you have never giving them, a compliment, you've never thought anything they did was worth the while. I think it's I think that's, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It makes you come off as a hater, even when you're not. Yeah, by the way, I have a video on my YouTube. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it in the comment section below. And it talks about reasons why your friends think you're a hater. You should watch. I think it's a really good watch, and that video did well as well. Moving on, just as I said, do not give critiques. Don't write epistles to someone that you have not fostered a relationship with. You have not appreciated them in the past. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's another thing. Is advertising under people's posts without explicit consent. Come on. Come on. Imagine social media was a real life, and you yourself, you have a store. Let's say you sell shoes in your store, and you are advertising, come and buy my shoes, come and buy my shoes, and someone comes with their own shoes or their bananas and starts to advertise bananas under in front of your shop. Won't you feel like, look for somewhere else to advertise your product? It doesn't make sense. I had a brand reach out to me a while back, and they had a product that they felt maybe was useful, and honestly I think it's a useful product, and they wanted to collaborate with me, and I gave them my quotes, and they said, oh, they're a new brand, they couldn't afford it, and that's okay. Even me, there's some things I probably can't afford right now, but I will be able to afford it in the future. And they had reached out, they had explained. Usually before I give quotes, I would ask you what your expectations are. Don't say you want to give me PR parcel, but then you're expecting me to do 2 reels. It will not happen. Just be clear up front, and then I'll see how best I can work with you. They're a UK business, and they wanted to, work with me to advertise this product. So I sent them my quotes, and for some reason they said, that right now as a new business, they would not be able to afford it. And I'm like, what? No hard feelings. And I said, oh, that's okay. If in the future, you have that's what I want to hear, chiching. If in the future you have a larger budget to accommodate this my services, please feel free to reach out. And the thing is, they also wanted to sponsor the post, so obviously that influenced the price I gave them. And as I said, I understand, because even me myself, there are things I know in my budget right now. I don't hound them to the vendors to buy them or to sell them to me. And they went away, everything was good. Tell me why I posted a reel of something else, but one of the things that I used in my reel, the product that they were selling to me. Let me give an instance so that I don't just speak vaguely. Let's say they came to me to advertise a blender, right? It wasn't a blender. I'm just giving context. Let's say they came to me to advertise a blender, and they said they couldn't work with me at the moment because their budget did not cover it. That's okay. So I post a video of a recipe, maybe making Nigerian stew, and obviously in the stew I use my own blender and everything else, and I said, this is how to make maybe Nigerian stew. And this company comes under my post and said, oh, lovely recipe. If you would like to buy your blender, contact us at blendercompanies.com, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you don't have the budgets to work with me. You don't consider me worthy enough to maybe tweak your budget, but you have the audacity and the infantry to advertise your business under my post. And this company did not end there. They went ahead and took my video. As I said, it wasn't a blender, so this example might not fit. And posted it on their page and said, oh, instead of maybe using your hand to blend the pepper, you can always buy blender from our own website. Or instead of maybe blending 2 times as you saw her doing it in this video, you can blend once. I deleted the comments and I just did not pursue it because I just chose not to. But this is so sickening. I think it's unfair. Especially when maybe it's a sponsored ad. Assume maybe that blender was another company's blender, the one I used, and then you come and put your own ads under the video. Or I'm doing a video, because I like to share food content, and I'm doing maybe small chops, and then you come and advertise your small chops under my video. If you do it to other people, not even me now, not everybody may have the same, patience that I do, or maybe self-control not to send you a stinker. But these things are not good. Please don't do it. Social media etiquette. Let me raise this point. I probably have spent a couple of minutes on this. Do not advertise your products under people's pages when they have not given you explicit consent to. Okay? Okay. Another social media etiquette is not giving credit when due. Plagiarism. Hi, sweetie. I'm making a video.
I'm in the video too.
Okay, when I finish, okay, we can do our video together. You guys, I probably learned this from uni, even so maybe way before I started using social media actively. Plagiarism is not cool in any form. try your best. I know social media, sometimes you don't know the source of the content, you don't know. Just try and tag where you got it from or give credit. Me, even when I use music, before social media started doing like, once you use the music, it will automatically find the name of the artist and put in the sound. I actually used to go and check my video, I'll put it there, music by. If I repost somebody's video, I will repost it. I won't crop out their handle. I won't crop out their handle and repost their content. If I repost somebody's maybe post or quote or something profound, I will not crop out their name and then I post it on my page. I won't screenshot somebody's, story that I find maybe is a good think piece, and I'll not put stop and I will not reference the person. Even when I listen to a podcast and I hear something so profound, I'll put it in quotes so that I don't create the false assumption that these things came from my own intellect. It doesn't take anything away from you when you give content. Especially, with me now as a content creator, I have a sound that is doing great numbers on Instagram and on TikTok. And I've seen so many people use that sound based on my amazing followers. They always tag me in it. And they'll say, oh, this sound is from Atlin Jaffek. And it's okay to use. I mean, we post content so that I can have reach. But obviously, it's always good to give credit. This cuts across even life besides social media. Don't take people's books and replicate it. Don't copy. Like, if you do it, it's okay if you don't know. Now you know. Ignorance is no longer an excuse. Don't do it again. Always give credit. If you want to repost people's videos, it's okay. Social media is a free place. Just make sure that you tag the credit, so that tag the person, or you don't repost it without the credit. Just share the post the way you saw it and tag the person. Do you understand? So social media, no matter how faceless you are, is not a place for you to be vile. It's not a place for you to be insultive. It's not a place for you to be like a troll. Don't be that person. My dad actually once had a staff that I walked into their office and I saw her. She was leaving she was typing on her phone. And I was like, oh, what you're doing? And she was telling me about what she was doing, and she was leaving, really, really mean comments under a celebrity's, post. And I was just thinking to myself that this to me is a big character problem. In fact, I actually think if I had a staff like that, I would actually have a one-on-one with them. Because if you're doing like that to a stranger, that just to me shows the state of your heart. How much more when somebody actually offends you. So please, social media is not a place for us to, be trolls, to be mean, to be nasty. Whatever thoughts that you have, sometimes it's okay to read and scroll away. Some things are kitchen table talk. Talk about it with your friends, with your siblings, with your spouse. Talk about it, give your own feedback. Obviously, not from a malicious place. Social media is not a place to go and be leaving think pieces under somebody's post, and it's just horrible delivery. That is not the place to be. Okay, some of these things that I've shared, I hope that as you use social media, going forward, you'll be more mindful. I mean, everything I'm going to say, I'll probably put a recap. You don't know people enough. If you think you know them, you don't know them. Don't advertise on every post. If they did not tell you, don't say. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume that because people share very, great moments of their life, you now feel access to them. Don't abuse access. I should have said that earlier. Do not abuse access. Do not abuse access. Do not abuse access. Okay, we'll talk about that another day. So yes, I've shared also other things. Don't leave feedback to someone that you have never appreciated anything. Does that mean that the person, there's nothing worthy of you celebrating in that person, but you are so quick to go and be writing, when you go to the person, English to the person. So yes, and so many other things that I've shared as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave your comments under this video, other things that you think maybe I did not cover and you feel that other people can learn from. I want to give a shout out to some people that they are always on my videos, always leaving comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys. I appreciate your following. Until next time, stay blessed. Don't forget to share snippets of this video that you find useful and tag me on social media. I'll be sure to reply, to repost, and all that good stuff. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye bye.